Okay, Sunday morning in the kingdom and it's dark out here. Yes, it's dark. It's just about 9 o'clock and it's dark. Somebody forgot to let the sun come up. Doesn't that look good? Those pretty skies. Yes, I'm colorblind and I'm saying it looks pretty. All right, we have a busy day today because it's the last day of the year. Oh, shit, I can't see any. Oop, did I say that word? Oh, it's windy out here, but it's only -8 again. But feels like minus something. I can't even read. Oh, -14. I can't even read my writing. I need a flashlight. Okay, on the yo-yo scale, +18 Fahrenheit, but feels like +7. Yes, unreal. I counted the number of days. In December, we had -8 temperature, and it comes out to 6 days, and most of it is this week. Unreal. Since how it's the last day of the year, we got lots to do, and we'll be doing it with Jack. Yes, Jack, I can't see anything out here. Unreal. But I chose to run out here to get the colors of the sunrise. Look at that. You can only find that in Wilderness, Alaska, or in Northern Manitoba. Yes. Well, I better go. Here comes the boss. Okay, for the last day of 2023, we have the wood smoke channel. Wood stove smoke channel. Look at the sun coming up. Look at the wood smoke. There's a slight breeze, so it's actually kind of burning today. And we got the sun. You can just see it on all the other shiny stuff. Ooh. But it should be cold, not -8. Unreal. All right, let's get back to work.
What's up, Kingdom followers? Sir Rodney, not live at West Trans. We are live on the famous Red River. You guys have got to see this. Let me turn. Look at how beautiful this is. Outside, enjoying the sun. Doing some fishing. Hey, look at that. Sunset. Beautiful. All right. Just wanted to show you guys we're out here. We're having fun fishing. Have a good New Year's and be safe.
Okay, Kijiji never fails me. We spent all that time and energy cleaning the rad, making it sure it all works. And guess what? The rad leaks now. Yes. We kind of knew that was going to happen because 1, it's Kijiji, 2, it's Kijiji, and 3, it is Kijiji. So when you clean all the rust and the crap around the rad that's been packed in there for years, that's why we never finished it up, and that's why we make sure it drips or dries overnight. So the third tube in at the top there, just beside this bolt right there, all right, that tube is leaking. So I don't know. In a fit of rage, I should just take the mini hoe and start smashing this dumb cat, but, you know, and I can't use it for parts. It'd be like that promo bike, you know. Can't take parts off it because we've contaminated others. So I might drain the antifreeze down and then just pump some silicone in there, gasket goo, and call it good for now. But we have other rads, but this is depressing, but it's a fact of life with Kijiji. Oh, I guess we'll have to drink some Jack to get over this. Okay, I lowered the level of the antifreeze in the rad, and then I took the top bar off here, and then I reached in with the silicone, the gasket goo, and pumped it till it squirted out everywhere. But who said it's not the third row in that's leaking or something? So it's kind of pointless. It's a long shot. I doubt that's going to solve the problem, but I marked up here that it's leaking. I haven't decided what I'm going to do. I'm going to consult with Jack Daniels over lunch. And we might just rip this rad out and put another one in, or just take the cat and toss it outside, because this is the story of its life. I work on it, and then something else goes, and then I just get pissed off and toss it aside. Okay, so when I go to start this cat, all right, there were some comments on the YouTube channel about using a timing light. A timing light is pointless. Yes, pointless. Because we're trying to start these things. Okay, it's the start of these cats on gas what kills them. Once they're running, they run fine. They sound like a 4-cylinder gas motor, well, which they are on this side. Okay, so what I do to set the timing is how it starts. So I put my mark on there, and it's the impulse. All impulses are different because of the spring wear and tear, the pawns or whatever, grabbing or whatever. But this, I'm not spending any more money on this. The Kijiji and Free Fall have to look like winter freighting cats, so they have to have that. That's why they have no windshield, they have no tail, because they are winter freighting cats from the 40s and the 50s. So I learned a long time ago with the Caterpillar cats, that pup motor doesn't start. I had a D4 cat motor. I spent more money and time on that stupid pup motor. Anytime you needed it the most, that pup motor wouldn't run. So bye-bye pup motor on direct start. So right now, since how we have so many of these cats, all right, this magneto, the carburetor, trying to start on gas in the cold temperature is pointless. The TD18s pissed me off, and they got the new style starter and their direct start on diesel. Okay, just like the D6 cats, they start on diesel. But we have to keep these ones original with the starting on gas because that's winter freighting back in the 40s and the 50s. Okay, so we're gonna try and keep plugging away. So to start this thing here, I sit up in the seat and I focus in like telepathically or whatever. So I'm concentrating. When I crank it over, I have the choke on full. If there's no putt, okay, that means there's no spark, okay? So flip the levers back and forth. It could be in here or something like that. If you crank it over some more, no putt, then pop this wire off because you're not grounding out the mag. So now this is a straight generator, all right? So it should go putt. Okay, now with that ground wire off, okay, that's a generator, so it should just crank over. You should get putt. Okay, so if you get putt, that's good, but it won't stay going. All right, you have a fuel problem. So the gas tank is over there. One, you got drunk and forgot to turn the gas on or vented it, or that's why we run these fuel filters here. Give it a jiggle, see the gas. Open this. This bowl will be full of fuel and let it run out, and then there should be a trickle. That means it's getting gas, okay? So then you know if it's got gas because everything is based on this float, all right? It doesn't take much to make it not float or whatever because you have the levers and everything's got a flippy this way, flip that way. All right, once you got gas coming out of there, then try it again, and it should go putt. Then you're good to go. So as you're cranking it, you're playing with the choke, you're giving it choke, no choke. Once it starts to run, you got to keep playing with the choke. You know, gas, no more gas, go gas, and then get it running steady, and then it'll smooth over. We also showed everybody on the internet world or on the YouTube world, okay, spinning this mag with the impact. You've seen the impulse go stutter, clatter, and then once it got smooth, everything was going smoothly, okay? But nobody really pointed out the static you could hear from the spark plugs. Okay, so if I had my AM radio playing in the shop, just like the old timers back then, with this mag spinning around and having that, static charge or that zap of the spark plugs, the radio would become all staticky, okay? All right, so those are the good old days. And then also, too, when you're riding around in your car with your mom and dad or your grandparents and the AM radio, and if it started staticking, you sped up the motor, and then it would static even more because there was more spark, okay? That's the memories. All right, so we're not going to go consult with Jack to see what we're going to do here. Take a chance. I think we just put the antifreeze back in, get this freaking thing out of the shop because we have other cats to work on that appreciate my labor and, attention I spend to them. Kijiji has been useless right from the start. You know, he's supposed to be a $6,000 cat. You know, I'm supposed to hop on and drive through the parade grounds, you know, wave at everybody in the stands or whatever, stuff like that. But he's been useless. So this rad leaking, that doesn't surprise me. It's a fact of life. So once I get the rad fixed, something else will fall off, you know, probably the starter. Oh my, we had to do a little editing there. Jack was speaking. I said that F word, so he edited it out. But the thing is, this is getting ridiculous. Like 2011 till now, and it doesn't appreciate anything I do to this stupid cat. And I don't want to make a parts cat out of him because his parts are, tainted or obsessed or whatever. So if I put the parts on another cat, it'll just ruin it. All right, let's go have some lunch. Okay, I got it started on gas. It was hard to start. Okay, so I had to move the magneto all the way this way, but it is hard to start. But I think we'll just keep trying it because you got to get everything working. He said that the valves are dirty, everything like that. Okay, so as usual, it didn't leak up here. The silicone worked. We took a chance. It worked. So now it's leaking over here, probably somewhere down the side here. Okay, because all the fins are wet. So that's Kijiji. Once again, it's Kijiji. What a piece of crap.
Sunday morning in WHO-ville, and Happy New Year's Eve to everybody out there. I hope you guys all enjoy your day and you don't get too drunk tonight and stumbling home. Now it's time to head inside, let the dogs out. I'm going to head on over to the kingdom and go grab some stuff so I can finish sanding out my box there and putting in my chimney and my wood stove today. I got a lot to do, so let's get going. I am still pretty sick, but I'm going to get this done today. I have to seal in that pipe that's there and then finish putting some sand on the very top, and then I'm going to insulate it and completely screw nail it in. That way it's nice and secure. Then I'm going to head on over to the kingdom right now and go grab the caulking and a few other things. That way I can get this done. Almost lunchtime and I got the skidoo out. Now it's time to head on over to the kingdom and go pick up the caulking and a few other things. I also have to grab dog treats and stuff and see what my dad's up to, and then I can get working. 12:30 and I just got to the kingdom, came to grab some silicone and my dog treats. That way I can seal everything up in the basement. Now let's head on back into WHO-ville and make lunch. Almost 1 o'clock and I just put the skidoo away. Now it's time to head inside, let the dogs back out, and I think I'm going to try and make some soup again for lunch because I'm not feeling very well. Then I'll head on back down to the basement and continue working. Didn't take me very long and I was able to get it sealed up. Now I'm just going to caulk around it. That way it's nice and enclosed and no water or anything goes down along the edge here. We'll have to figure out something on the side, but for now I'm just going to do the top and then my hole right here. This is so my dad can haul water still because we have no other access point out of the house here. So this is for his water hose when he comes to do water. Now let's seal it up and then I can head inside and down to the basement. 2:30 and I just finished putting all the caulking around the pipe here, and I just did a little strip on the top. We'll have to figure out something better for the top and all around the box here because this is all open house. That's not good, but for the moment it is sealed up. So now it's time to head inside and I'll go down into the basement and then seal the other side up and start working on my chimney pipe. Just after 3 o'clock coffee and I'm back down in the basement now. I have to figure out my little chimney pipe here because I think it might be too close to the wall, so I may have to extend it out a bit more, but I do have the top sealed up as well right there, and I even put my insulation in the hole. That way it's nice and warm down here. Now let's figure out my chimney pipe so I know where to put my wood stove. Sent my dad a picture of the chimney pipe here and asked him what I should do, if I need to connect it the way it is now or if I'm going to extend it out some more. And once he replies, I can continue on with this. I did plug the hole back up, that way it stays nice and warm in here. Hopefully within the next couple days when this is all set up, I'll have a fire going because it is getting cold out there again and it would be nice to have the wood stove. Now that I'm done that and waiting, I'm going to start moving my water lines that are up here away from my wood stove. That way it doesn't melt because they are plastic pipes. Almost 4 o'clock and I just stepped outside to do a little video on the sunset for you guys. I forgot to catch the sunrise, so I figured I'd get a sunset. It'd be nice if I had a better view, but I'm sure one of these days this abandoned building right here will get torn down and I'll be able to see a lot more. Now let's head on back inside and continue on. Forgot to mention when I was working outside here that there is about 5 to 6 or maybe even 7 5-gallon pails full of sand in the wall here, which is going to insulate and keep everything nice and warm. Plus if there's any problems in between there, it's easier to pull the pipe out of the house or something. Now let's head on back inside because it is New Year's Eve and it's getting pretty loud out here in WHO-ville. Just after 4 o'clock, and this is the temperature we're sitting at today. It's -2 degrees Celsius, which is 28 degrees Fahrenheit. We even had the feels like on the bottom. It turned out to be a really nice day. Too bad I spent most of it inside working and doing stuff, but that's okay. Now that it's really warm like this, it means it's going to snow here in a couple days, so I want to get my wood stove put in, so when it does get really cold, I'll have a nice wood stove heat. Now it's time to head inside and let my dogs out. I think I'm going to continue on. I'll try and get another video for you guys. My dad messaged and said that the chimney pipe was good where it is right now. We don't want to have too many pieces because it would be harder to seal up. So we're just going to lift up the wood stove a little bit. Only has to go up an inch or two, so I have to measure the width on the legs here. That way we can make a little box. Once that's done, I'm going to start taking my water lines out and replacing them with some of this, because I do have to move my water line halfway across the house to get it away from the wood stove here. 5 o'clock and the street lights have already come on. I'm just going to tinker around in the basement and start moving my water lines over. Once I start, I can't stop because I do need water tonight to flush the toilet and have a shower. Now it's time to head inside, let the dogs back in, and end my day.
Okay, this is the plan now. I'm over by the airplane and the red crane cat. I have the Mini in front of the shop doors. The 41 has been moved. Alright, so this is pissing me off. I bought a hop out of the United States of America, and I imported him in here to be, a winter sleigh, a freighting sleigh. And then I bought Kijiji for $6,000, so this got sidelined, and I've been working away on Kijiji. Okay, so the funny thing is, all the parts coming off of OP are going on to Kijiji to make him run. The starter, the injection pump, the injectors, the magneto adapter housing to get rid of the hydraulics. Now the frickin' rad's coming off to get Kijiji up and running. I think I smoking a drapes or something on this one. When I seen Kijiji on the trailer that day, he should have been the parts cat. OP should have kept going as the cat to be a winter freighting. So now I'm going to have to abuse my hoe. Yes, abuse my hoe. Ride her hard on the last day of the year, because I got to plow a road from all the way over there, all the way over here, miss all the rocks, and come down here like this to get the radiator. All right, I have the rad ready to come off of Kijiji, so I'll open the doors, yank it out, and then I'll walk all the way over there and stick the rad in the parts trailer, noting that it leaks. So all I have to do is get the money tree to blossom and buy a rad core, and I can install it myself. So let's get this project underway. I want Kijiji out of the shop and free fall in so I can celebrate New Year's, but I don't know what I was thinking. Oh my, oh well. Jack Daniels is making the decisions right now, so this is going to go pretty quickly. Okay, that was pretty easy. I worked smarter, not harder. It just come out, well, it's only been the second time we've taken it out. And the mini hoe worked good. Let's go put this in the shed and get that other rad. We got things to do. Okay, that didn't take long. It was a little steep coming down here, but that was no problem. I shaved it right down using the blade there. There's not much snow, and it's sugary snow too. So just like running a drag line, to get myself up the hill, I stretched the boom out and had the rad way out there, and it just climbed right up, no problem. But I also cut it down, and the little rubber tracks had enough traction, so that worked out pretty good. I thought I'd have to put the rad down and push myself back up to the flat. All right, let's get this rad in the shop so it's warming up while I run around on the mini hoe, taking care of a few other things. Okay, I quickly ran over to Trader 5, I think it is. We welded up these stump pans for Aggie and Freefall in May when the yard's too muddy. So you can see I wrote their names on them, Freefall. So now those can be installed. Because once Kijiji's out of the shop, Freefall, and then Aggie. Plus we got some cold weather coming, so it's easier to grab this stuff by the shop door, and then we can dolly cart it in to install it. Okay, 5 o'clock, and we're right back where we started 8 hours ago with putting antifreeze in the rad. So we're not sure if this is going to leak, because I think it was 2007 or 2008 is when I did the steel sides on it here, because the casting was broken out. So that's channel iron, square bar, angle iron. That's how you make it, okay? All right, so also too, we brought the template in for the gaskets for the outlets and inlets, and this is a very rare one because it's not corroded or pitted or rotten, so you actually can get a good gasket cut out or whatever, tapped out with your little ball peen. All right, let's fire this thing up and see if it's gonna leak. I don't know. Okay, Kijiji's outside running on diesel, and of course the back light doesn't work. It worked when I was in the shop, it went outside, and now it's not working. Oh. All right, let's get him out of the road, and we got to get Freefall in so he can thaw out overnight so we can work on him in the morning if we don't have too big of a hangover. Okay, Freefall started no problem, and he's ready to come in the shop. Yes, he has the backlight working. Okay, Kijiji's over here hooked up to Aggie, gonna pull him in. I put a flashlight on the fender there so he can see what we're doing, because Aggie has to get moved out of there before it gets too cold so he can go in the shop and get a stump pan put on and his magneto fixed. Okay, I'm at the rabbit tower. I'm pulling the drag with Kijiji. I just got the chain drag. I want to see what that radiator is doing. Plus, with the injection pump set at 0, not that one notch, it's running a hell of a lot better. So I'm very pleased that Jack Daniels talked me through getting this thing up and running. In the past, I would have got mad and tossed it outside. All right, let's head back to the kingdom. Okay, Freefall's in the shop so he can thaw out overnight, and I was thinking ahead. We kept the pallets in case we have to pop that rad out, but we might not have to, okay? And the stump pan is there on the floor. So in theory, the stump pan will just kind of get bolted on, and then we're good to go, and then we can actually do tandem pulls or pull start them. All right, let's go check on Kijiji. Okay, Kijiji has to have ops grill because ops rad frame or the mounting brackets on the rad have been drilled out and modified, okay? So he has to have that grill, so I don't care if he's upset. All right. But the main thing is that's the best Kijiji's ever run with the injection pump set at 0. Okay, there was a guy misinforming everybody on the internet about 20 years ago about these notches and going this way and that way and upside down, but it's misinformation. I set it to the IH book this time around. Okay, we overfilled the rads. Okay, and then we go bouncing through the wilderness. Yes, wilderness, Alaska, but in Northern Manitoba. And then the rads or the cats have to find their happy medium, so they kind of burp it out or leak it out. But that's normal, okay? But Kijiji went from pulling along and burping out the top and all the antics, so now he's kind of running better. We're very pleased. It was a successful day. thanks to Jack Daniels. Okay, it's just after 8 o'clock at night, and this is the last day of 2023. Yes, and it worked out pretty good. We're running late. I thought we'd be quitting early because I figured we'd have the cats in the shop, and then they would have to thaw out so I could drink professionally. But Jack Daniels helped me through it today. I just stocked up the stove. I don't have to come back out to fill the stove because I'm going to walk the dogs and then really enjoy Jack. And also, too, it's being Sunday. I did not forget the vacuum. It's just been in the shop all day, so I would have gone in the house and went to vacuum the floor, and then I'd be looking for the vacuum. So once again, it's Sunday. Make sure your vacuum's clean, especially for the last day of the year. All right, look at the flags. There's no wind. Okay, they're happy. As long as they're happy, that's the main thing. All right, it's a successful day because I didn't give up. Like Lemmy says, you're born a loser, live to win. And I did. Talk to you guys later.